Hi, this is Dr. Franklin Allaire from the University of Houston downtown, and in this video, we wrap up Domain D, the Earth and Space Sciences, as well as this module series by getting into Module 9, which covers Science Teaching Competencies 17 and 18. Before we get started, spoiler alert. Please make sure that you filled out the first two columns of your KWL 2.0 chart and have answered the discussion prompts. If you haven't, please pause this video and take 7 to 10 minutes to write down and share what you already know and what you want to learn about competencies 17 and 18. Science Teaching Competencies 17 and 18 wrap up Domain D, the Earth and Space Sciences. Competency 17 says, the teacher understands the role of energy in weather and climate. Competency 18 says, the teacher understands the characteristics of the solar system and the universe. As we have seen throughout this module series, there's a lot wrapped up in all of these competencies. For this reason, competencies 17 and 18, like all of the others, have been broken down into multiple sub-competencies. The sub-competencies for Science Teaching Competency 17 say, the beginning teacher understands the elements of weather, such as humidity, wind speed and direction, air pressure, temperature, and the tools used for measurement, compares and contrasts weather and climate, analyzes weather charts and data to make weather predictions, applies knowledge of how transfers of energy between Earth systems affect weather and climate, and analyzes how Earth's position, orientation, and surface features affect weather and climate, including the Coriolis effect. The sub-competencies for Science Teaching Competency 18 read, the beginning teacher understands the properties and characteristics of objects in the sky, applies knowledge of the Earth, Moon, Sun system and the interactions among them, such as day and night, seasons, lunar phases, and eclipses, and finally, identifies properties of the components of the solar system. Now that we've learned about the competencies and sub-competencies covered in this module, it's time to dive a little bit deeper into some of the topics. In the Explore section, you'll be watching some videos that cover various topics contained within the competencies. There are 12 videos in the Explore section of this module that cover energy and weather and climate, and the solar system and the universe. Some of the videos provide a broad overview of the topics. As such, we've included several non-required videos that provide some greater detail. For example, you'll find a video that gives an overview of weather, but then we've also included several non-required videos that explore some elements of weather, like humidity, temperature, and air pressure, in a bit more detail. We've taken the same approach with the planets in the solar system. There's one video that covers all 8 planets, and then several non-required videos that explore the planets and other aspects of the solar system, like dwarf planets and the sun, in greater detail. As you make your way through this module, we'd like you to keep in mind the following guiding questions for each of these science teaching competencies. For competency 17, we'd like you to think about how would you design a lesson to introduce elementary students to the elements of weather, such as humidity, wind speed, air pressure, and temperature. What hands-on activities, simulations, or experiments could you incorporate to help students understand these concepts? When teaching about weather and climate, how might you facilitate a discussion that allows elementary students to compare and contrast these two concepts? Can you think of examples or analogies that would make these distinctions clearer for young learners? And imagine you're guiding elementary students in analyzing weather charts and data to make predictions. What strategies or activities would you use to enhance their analytical skills and understanding of the factors that contribute to weather patterns? And for competency 18, we'd like you to keep in mind the following guiding questions. What strategies can be used to engage elementary students in exploring the properties and characteristics of objects in the sky? Can you think of observational activities or projects that would allow students to investigate and describe these celestial features? How would you address common misconceptions that elementary students might have about the Earth, Moon, Sun system? What teaching strategies or activities would you employ to ensure that students develop accurate and lasting understandings of these astronomical phenomena? And finally, imagine you're planning a unit on the solar system. How would you structure the lessons to build on students' existing knowledge of the properties and characteristics of objects in the sky while introducing them to the components of our solar system? To help you fully engage in the videos, I strongly recommend downloading the guided note-taking documents. I also recommend having a notebook handy, so that way you can take notes about anything that's covered in any of the videos and to write down some questions that you may still have after watching the videos.